So, and this took time to sink in, gods inhabit this universe as surely as a man and his ox. They can't bring you to nirvana because they don't know the way. The way is the noble eightfold path of the Buddha. The noble eightfold path of the Buddha unfolds with meditation. Meditation penetrates appearances and reveals the world for what it is.
Now, slowly, you begin to understand that your mind is a changing process, a flux, a flow of thoughts or thinkings, mere actions, mere activities. At last you understand the so-called man is a mere phenomenon. What is there is a process of vibrations. Apart from vibrations, there is nothing.
If a man says to you, I know this table is real, what would you say?
Well, when a man dreams that he is touching a table, till he wakes up, it is real to him. So what we have to do is to wake him up.
Would you then describe religion as a waking up device?
Yes. What we have to do is not to argue with that man, to make some sort of arrangement to open his eyes.
Illusion then depends on a person waking up within himself, not receiving somebody else's word,
no.
Waking up within himself.
Yes. Well, we know the whole world is a mass of vibrations. Actually, there is nothing solid. We are so deluded. We see the solidity which is actually not there. It is somewhat like measuring a dream by another dream.
The last place we visited in Sri Lanka was a cave settlement near Dambulla that's been occupied by monks for over 2,000 years. Bhikkhu Paramananda was a clerk on a tea plantation till he was over 40. Then he became a bhikkhu. His cave contains a hard bed and a few books. The inscription over the door is from the 2nd century BC and records the name of the patron who first made it possible for a monk to live here. Four monks live here in a vast community of insects and animals. Bhikkhu Soma, also a forest monk, spent 8 years as a student engineer in Chelsea, London. What things in particular do you miss now? Can you give me an example?
All comfortable living, like driving cars and living in a nice comfortable house and a bed. And these things, as well as a lot of other interests, technical interests and studying, reading and freedom. Mostly.
Is your life here very, very controlled? I mean, morning till night?
I should say up to a certain extent, yes.
Is it very serious?
Yes, very serious, because if there's any allowance, there'll be a lot of disobedience.
Do you have jokes?
Yes. They're not all that sort of boring and unhappy. we also happy. We crack jokes and laugh about. And of course we practice meditation too, but we are in a confined place. Because with the society, if we do that, society will lose the respect towards us.
Do you ever want to leave?
That's unpredictable.
You haven't so far.
Sometimes I should say, as a matter of fact, there was certain temptation came out to me and pushing me like, and I know those are weaknesses that I have. The idea of Buddhism is to build up the resistance towards that sort of temptation where we'll go back. I mean, we can't go back to childhood, really, but it's an illusion if you try.
The key word in Buddhist meditation, said Bhikkhu Paramananda, is mindfulness. When you're walking, know that you're walking. When you're sweeping, know that you're sweeping. When you're worrying, know that you're worrying. And when you're breathing, and you must be breathing, know that you're breathing, because it's with breathing that your meditation starts. The Buddha said, it's the duty of a monk to teach and preach for the good of the many, for the happiness of the many, out of compassion for the world. What Bhikkhu Paramananda taught me is that a man can preach a great sermon without ever opening his mouth,